From this place in the glorious hills of Naples, New York, a town known for its breathtaking scenery and rich soil, we take ourselves out of our usual routines of everyday life to witness a unique moment in the lives of Panos and Shelby. Our connection began in the dungeons of SUNY Brockport, spending countless hours in our award-winning newspaper, The Stylus. From afar, I watched this relationship turn from playful jokes to sentimental notes that solidified their role in my college career as mom and dad. Shelby eventually stopped referring to Panos as boy and stopped doing his homework when she knew he wasn't going anywhere. And from the other perspective, I watched her name evolve from Shelbo to Shelby to Shelb to love of my life and now soon to be my wife.
I remember when we first met Panos, we met him up at Brockport. And then the first time Shelby was going to bring him down to the house, we were having a pizza party at our house. And our pizza parties are fairly epic. They're large. We could have 30, 40 people there for pizza at the house. And I was like, Shelby, are you sure you want to bring this guy down here? She's like, absolutely. He says he's good with it. Panos came down. He absolutely crushed it. He answered every question. He shook every hand. He kissed all the babies and did everything he could. And by the time Panos left, everybody was oohing and awing about this boy that Shelby had brought home. And we kind of knew at that point, this guy's probably a keeper.
Shelby, I knew from the very first time that you were the one. I knew that you would bring happiness and fulfillment to my son's life. He always smiles when he looks at you. You are smart, funny, and you share the same family values as your husband.
Every now and then, you ask me why I loved you. You look at me with those big eyes, and I freeze. I can never find the right words to say why I love you, because how could I possibly explain with words the way that you make me feel? From the day I met you at the Stylus of the student newspaper, I knew you'd play a role in my life. A year later, when we finally started dating, I knew I loved you within 2 weeks. And somewhere on the canal, about 2 months in, I knew I was going to marry you. It was obvious to me even then that we fit together perfectly, from the feeling of our hands entwined to the sound of our laughs, to the sound they make together when they fill the car on a long drive by the waters, make me feel like a warm embrace from the inside out. You bring me the peace of lying next to the ocean with a light breeze and the sun shining down. You bring a smile to my face and send butterflies through my heart every time you look at me. And I vow to love you for the rest of our lives. I'm really excited for the rest of our lives to begin today.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Panos, you may kiss your bride.
When I wrote this, I stood and pretended you were there to listen. And I immediately started crying because you, Shelby, are the reason why I breathe every day. It's not for anyone else, nor anything else. You're the one that I still dream of. You're the one that I still look up to. You're the one that has built this fairy tale life of a life that I live. Every single day I read myself over what I should do to make the most out of these 80 or so years we have on this planet. And then I smile because I know that the only thing that I will ever want to do is be with you forever.
I found out Pano and Shelby were dating in typical Pano fashion, a car ride. In, the very famous Pano model, he was trying and failing to keep a secret. As me and Pano were driving to Long Island for Thanksgiving that November, I remember Shelby calling him and saying, "I love you," at the end. I looked at him and he had a gotcha look on his face, as if he pulled a massive prank. He proudly said they were hiding it the whole fall semester, but it was obvious they were dating from the very moment they saw each other. You can never contain yourself around her, giving little whispers in her ears and having a giddy energy around Shelby. Even before I officially knew, I could tell you had found the one. I want to thank you for touching Panos' life with the light that you possess, and I've always been certain you two were always destined to be together. You match his energy, always being so excited for what life may bring. You also balance him, introducing him to tomatoes and feta outside of Tiropita, finally. As Greeks, it's kind of like, he's a hypocrite with these things. I'm so happy to call you my new sister, officially. They say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. And I see that between you two. Every single day I see you. Hold on to the way you adore and balance each other for the rest of your lives in your exciting journey.
We were so close growing up. And boy, did we have some crazy imaginations to grow up with. For as long as I can remember, we weren't Caitlin and Shelby. Oh no, we had alter egos. We made up plenty of storylines for them to star into. But I think one of our favorites was the trampoline. It was the highlight of our summers. Like our version of a treehouse or a fort. We would spend hours at a time out there, just jumping in circles where our two alter egos were the heroes or superstars and found the loves of their lives and built the perfect endings for themselves. And that's real for you now, that you two have found each other and support each other to be the real heroes of your own stories. And after today, you'll continue to build that perfect ending. And I'm so excited to watch you tackle the world together, to create your own path and fill it with the experiences we could have only dreamed of as kids. I only ask that you cherish growing old with her as much as I did growing up with her.
Years have passed, and Panos came back to Greece for vacation, and he brought Shelby with him. And I can't remember a moment that Panos was happier. I haven't seen him this happy since he was a child. So I knew that Shelby was taking care of him, was loving him, and was bringing good stuff outside that he had hid with him.
Σας αγαπάμε και η ζωή σας να είναι πάντα γεμάτη χαρά, which means we love you and may your lives be forever filled with joy in Greek.
Neither of you will be perfect, but you will be perfect together.
Happy today for you two guys. Maybe this happiness follow you every day in your life from today.